Hi, I'm Steve Rappaport, Knowledge Solutions Director for the Advertising Research Foundation and author of Listen First, Turning Social Media Conversations into Business Advantage. Today I'm having a conversation with Eric Forst of Visible Technologies. Eric, welcome. It's really great to talk with you. Not everyone may be familiar with Visible Technologies, so tell us a little bit about your company.
Sure. Visible Technologies is a social intelligence platform that helps companies derive business intelligence from the social media conversation. A couple of the key factors of our system are sentiment analysis and influencer identification. So it's a very useful system that helps you with market research, but also for influencer outreach and engagement.
Right. So now, influencers are something that everybody talks about, but what's the value of understanding influence?
Influence is important in social media. One of the first things you can do when you understand the top influencers for your brand is you want to divide them into two categories. Who are my brand advocates and who are my badvocates, the people who might be saying bad things about the company that represent potential customer service issues. When you understand the top authors in those categories, you can then have an optimized program where you're reaching out to the most influential authors first, whether it's to build relationships for proactive marketing, or if it's to deliver customer service.
Mm-hmm. So are you looking at your services as providing essentially an opportunity for engagement? And is that the principal strategy?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
So we start with influence, and then when you understand the top authors in your ecosystem, you can then reach out to those authors in our platform and keep track of all of the engagement, and then there's a reporting module in the back end. So if you want to measure the performance of your team who's doing the outreach, you can see that in our system.
Yeah, well I think I have a pretty good understanding of your system and approach, but let's bring it down to practical application. So give us an example or two of cases that have really used your platform. Tell us what the business case was, what the results were, because I think people who are listening will find that really fascinating.
Absolutely. I think one of the best business case studies we have for outreach and engagement is FedEx. They use our platform for all of their social media customer service outreach. So one example was last year, a very influential blogger who has tens of thousands of followers had a very bad customer service experience with FedEx. Posted a video complaining about the service he received. He had gotten a phone, in his phone call with the customer service rep, he got the I just work here tag line. So it was a pretty negative experience. After he posted that video, we instantly saw it in the system. Customer service was able to reach out to this blogger, figure out what his problem was, find his package, get it delivered. They did all the right things that the initial customer agent hadn't done. Then he posted a very complimentary video to FedEx, said, you know what, they did everything right. He checked off the list of all the things they did and said, I'm now a fan again and I'll always use FedEx. So that's just one example, but that gets repeated dozens of times a day within their ecosystem, and they've seen a noticeable improvement in the overall brand sentiment based on this outreach program.
Right.
So that really does deliver results to the bottom line.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've been talking with a lot of people, and the examples that are given oftentimes are examples of large companies.
Yes.
Do you have examples of smaller and mid-sized companies who can use social media?
Well, absolutely. The social media for small and mid-sized companies is especially useful because it's more cost-effective in many ways. Rather than just sort of one-to-one outreach on telephone or email, it's one-to-many. So you can reach a lot of people. Small, mid-sized companies are not typically who we work with. We've tended to work more with Fortune 500 companies, but I do have a client that is TUI University, a mid-size online university that uses our system. And again, one of the main outreaches, use cases for them is outreach to students who are having issues, having problems online, posting issues and problems, and then they're able to respond to those, as well as the overall brand sentiment measurement they get from the tool. So that's just an example of a mid-sized company that uses this.
That's a good example.
Yeah.
And, we've talked quite a bit about customer service. What are some of the newer interests that your clients are coming to you with? What are some of the emerging areas where your technology can be applied to create service programs or marketing programs.
Absolutely. One of the things that I've been seeing a lot this year is the chief technology officer or the chief information officer coming to the meeting, wanting to figure out how can we get social data into the enterprise? How can we get it on the iPads, on the PDAs of our users? How can we get the data into our CRM system? So we have an API that's available for companies that want to be able to deliver the information throughout the enterprise. I would say that's one of the really top emerging trends that I'm seeing this year within just that new group of people coming to the table for social media. I think it's kind of hit that inflection point where everyone realizes it's not going away. Twitter's not just a fad anymore, it's here to stay. And so that's a really big opportunity because we believe social data is valuable for customer service, PR, market research, consumer insights groups. It's valuable throughout the enterprise, so it's great that those people are now coming to the table and they want to use the data too.
And with that, we have to end our conversation. But Eric, I want to thank you. It was a fascinating conversation, and I'm looking forward to continuing it.
Thank you, Steve. It was my pleasure.
Oh, it's great. Thank you.
Okay.